Hello, I am Gepwin, and welcome to Kerbal. I know it's been a while. It's been some time. I'm gonna explain really quick what I'm trying to do, then I'll get into why it's been some time and some other things. So, we're starting a new game. We're not doing career. We're doing science. I don't know what to call it. Let's just do YouTube so I can keep it straight. Keep it straight. Then the flag. The flag is vitally important. The Gepwin flag. Vital, vital, vital. Now, I would like to change a couple of things in here. I'm gonna do moderate science reward. 90, sure. We're gonna allow quick loading and reverting. I don't want missing crews to respawn, but auto hiring crews sounds good. I mean, that really doesn't make it that much harder or less hard. It just means you don't have to go through as many menus, which I am always in favor of. Alright, don't allow stock vessels, I never use them anyway. Except, there we go. I must gather science to get data and new technology. It's basically kind of like career, but without the money part. So, why have I not been playing in a while? It's basically because I'm really bad at the game. To be honest with you, I've had series ideas. I had the one that I tried to start with. What is this thing? Oh, closed. I had the one that I was trying to start with. Alright, that's where you do the other things. Sorry, I tried to start Green Initiative. I did a couple episodes, realized very quickly it was going nowhere. Because I'm pretty bad at the game and I couldn't get the funds. And I'm just going to say, career mode for me is already super hard. Alright, closed. Alright, the way, just playing the thing, career mode already incredibly difficult, so trying to add any extra challenge on top of career mode was pretty much impossible. And I've decided to just embrace that for this go. Alright, so what we're doing here is just doing the science route. We're going to be getting science, we're going to keep going. We're going to have a view to colonization and fuel independence, so it's kind of a sequel to Fuel Crisis. Kinda, except I'm not being as strict with it. We are going to do... How do you wind up out there? Thought he was supposed to be in here. I guess he's supposed to be out there. Sorry, I installed a lot of mods, many of which I can't remember. But the gist of it is we're going to be using MechJeb, because I'm super bad at the game, and I'm just embracing that. So, even though you usually unlock MechJeb along the science path, I've edited things that I have it available from the start. I'm going to do most of our flying that way. I know it's a little cheaty, but I've added a lot of other things to try to circumvent it. We've got life support. We've got these. What is this called? Remote tech. We've got life support. We've got remotes. We've got MechJeb, obviously. We've got Kerbal alarm clock for advanced missions, and then we've got a couple fuel things. We've got procedural fairings. We've got a colonization mod that I wanted to play with. I forget what it's called, but it's like a modular colonization and unmodular colonization, basically. So we're gonna spend the first episode getting a little bit of science. We're gonna go up. We're going to get a bit of science, head towards the water, and get a bit of science from the water. Is what I want to do. Very, very quickly. Yeah, so let's do science craft. Yeah, we'll just keep updating that. Who's going? Crew does not respawn. I am going to use some of my crew. I didn't know they started max level when you're not in career mode. That's kind of... Huh. Do they all start max level? Oh, they do not. Okay, then we're not really going to use the big three. I want a pilot, a scientist, and an engineer. Let's get 2 pilots just to heck it. There we go. I'm not going to use the big 3 then. I know that leveling up doesn't really do that much when I'm using MechJeb, but why not? So go away, Jeb. I want a pilot on this mission. A real pilot. A pilot with no experience whatsoever. It is the Kerbal way. Off we go. There. Much better. Now, I don't have SAS. Because new dude. Oops, I forgot to add a stage here. Alrighty then. Who's ready to hit it? We'll head over towards the water. Well, I'm controlling this one manually because who really needs to not? This is such a simple little thing. Yeah, I'm gonna be using MechJib for a lot. I really considered not letting myself use MechJib and getting Kerbal OS, which would have been really interesting. Let's see, I am under manual control. Lost control, but I should be under manual control. How did I lose control? Oh, local control. It would help if I read things. I'm always saying that. I'm always saying that. I'm sure you're always saying that. Wow, you gotta remember how to fly. Remember how to fly. Stop it, stop it, stop it, stop it. Up. Up. Back. Over. See what I mean about being bad at the game? I forgot how to fly. Go. Oh, well, we're out of fuel anyway. Deploy the parachutes! This should get us over the water. We'll get some assignments. Crew report. Thank you. I did not put a transmitter on it. I should have. Oh well. Grab some science. And then that should be enough to unlock the first tier of thingamabobs. And we need to splash down. Splash. Splash, 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 splash. I'm not going to be doing live commentary for a lot of this. I want to do it for at least part of the first episode to explain what's going on. I've got a pretty comprehensive bunch of mods on here. I cannot remember all of them, but I've been installing, experimenting with mods for the last couple days, trying to figure out a viable series. And I believe this is it. I believe part of my problem was playing with career mode. Because like I said, that is a formidable challenge for me just by itself. Whoops. And I don't want it to be, obviously, because I just lost most of my rocket. Alright, EVA report. Good. Surface samples. Good. Giant truck. Not good. Grab. Recover the vessel. Always nervous when the game lags like that, because I have had, we got the crew back. Hooray! My goal is to not lose anyone. We're going to set up a monument over here every time we lose someone. I am envisioning it being gigantic. Alright, to science. To the science facility. For science. Alright, what we got? Basic rocketry. Yes. So much yes. 16. Ooh, we can't get anything for 16. Oh, we can. We can get this for 15, which unlocks some life support systems. Which will be very nice for trying to orbit the frickin' planet. That'll be great. Give me life support. Ha ha ha! Very good. So we got batteries, we got secondary engines, we got landing thingamabobs, we got radial thingamabobs, and we got several life support containers. Nice. Nice. Oh, stop. Get off. Anything else? And you can see fairings. Fairing base. Fairing base. You can see that we're going to get fairings eventually here. But we need stability. We need stability for the fairings. And then this antenna. This antenna. We're not going to be able to use remote tech until we unlock probes. Well, let's go from 0 to 60. Since we don't have to worry about so many things. Alright, I'm not... That was a weird glitch. We tried to load the rocket area. I tried to load the vehicle assembly building, and I don't know why, but everything went all weird and wibbly. Like weird psychedelic colors, game froze, all that kind of thing. So not the best. Not the best. Definitely not. Yeah. So we shall now need parachutes. Good. Parachute. Couple of radial mounted parachutes. Hit it with X. It sounds like the trash is being picked up outside. Grab a battery. Because why not? We got batteries. We can use a couple of batteries. Make sure we've got enough power. Let's see, water. Life support container, water. How much life support do we have in here? We got 25 electric. We got 1 food, 0.7 water, and enough, a little bit of oxygen. So can I add just a little bit? Life support container. Support container. Oxygen, oxygen. Food. Nope, that's way too small. Whoa, I hit that glitch before too. I've been hitting some strange glitches. But nothing too bad. Ah! Give me that. What does that have? Food, water, and oxygen. I just need a little bit more. Make sure I can do orbit well. Unfortunately, we lost the, we've lost some actual... See, so, wow, they get weird. They get weird. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. If anybody does know a fix for that, please let me know, because it's annoying. It's easy to work around, but it is annoying. Alright, there's our orbiter. Our orbiter, of course, needs some science. Science on it. More and more science. Oop, that should be mirrored. That's not science. It's not science at all. Landing gear. Landing gear, landing gear, landing gear. Oop, it all starts with that one. It all starts with that one. Those ones don't... I don't know why they would do that. I don't know why they would do that. I'm going to try to do some research and figure out what to do about that, if there's anything to be done. It's just that row, too, isn't it? Yeah. Whee! Look at that. Look at that. They got big, and they're intersecting each other. I hate it. I really hate it. Alright, engines. I want a small engine. Now I need a Sepramatron. It's not a Sepramatron, that's a stack decoupler. You lied to me! Or I said the wrong thing and called it a lie. To grab a few of these. Where's my... Oh, MechJeb did not go on there. Come here, MechJeb. You underappreciated little bugger, you. I do not need 19 of you. No, thank you. No, thank you. Okay. So what do we need? What do we need? What do we need? I don't want our guy to die in orbit. That would be, you know, bad. Nope, nope, not you. What? All these guys suddenly got full... Huh, that's weird. Merbus Kerbin. Oh well, it's not like it would matter. I just thought it could be, you know, kind of fun. Kind of fun. Let's get our Delta V status. Delta V status. I want to try to reach orbit, which means I need a total Delta V of 4,000. Yeah. Also need to keep my thrust to weight ratio good. Oh, right, that's not a bad Delta V. Not bad. Yeah, vessel info. How's my thrust to weight? Thrust to weight on this stage is decent, but it is not enough. It is not enough, and we don't have radial decouplers, so we need to use stack decouplers. Stack decouplers, and then we can grab a couple of these. Thrust to weight ratio is still good. I want to add a couple more of these guys, though. Just like that. That should give us enough, assuming they don't explode too early. Our thrust to weight is really good for the initial takeoff. It'll get us up and going quick. Let's call this the first orbiter. First orbiter. There we go. Now we'll close all these. Dude, what's settings? Oh, right, that's MechJeb settings. Haven't used MechJeb in a while. Off we go for the first editor. The first editor shall orbit the planet. This also is when we will be using MechJeb. MechJeb, ascent guidance. I want this to go to 80 kilometers. So, 80. And we should engage the autopilot and probably cut out some because it's just going to be autopilot. Let's make sure we have everything going. No, that is not where that goes. Auto stage to 1. See, I'm setting myself a little bit of a challenge to use MechJeb for most everything, including the stuff that it's not as good at, and just have to work around it. It's like having a robot do everything. I mean, if I'm gonna have a robot do everything, I may as well have to put up with the kind of cruddy parts of having a robot do everything. That's how I figure it anyway. Alright, limit to terminal velocity and avoid overheating. Who's ready? Engage autopilot. And we're off. How's the life support doing? I've never used life support ever, so we're really gonna have to see what we wind up with here. And we slip the surly bonds of gravity and slap the face of God. I don't know if anybody actually said that quote, but it's a fun quote. I don't know where it comes from, obviously. But we have now achieved... Wait for it. Wait for it. A 80-kilometer orbit. Yes. Perfect. Oh, almost 80 kilometers. Anyway, not going to be perfect ever. But we've achieved orbit, which means we can do a little bit of science and then come down. Isn't that fun? Yeah, we go up, we come down. It's kind of what we do. It's the entire series, in fact. Get a crew report. Crew report. Then I'd like to EVA. EVA, please. I cannot see you. Cannot see you. Turn your lights on. Turn your lights on, you. Whoa, why are you flying away? Don't fly away. Stop that. You don't want to fly away, believe me. We got a crew report from orbiting. Oh, so pretty. So pretty. So deadly. Ooh, look at the ship. Look at the ship. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Off we go. I can't use mech Geb with Kerbals. Kerbals are manual. Kerbals are manual control only. Get in the ship. Get in the ship. Get in the ship. Come on. Come on. Oh, come on. Grab the ship. Good. Turn your lights off. Get inside of the ship. Now, how much life support do I actually have in these suits? I've never used this mod before, like I said, and I don't know how much life support you actually get inside of the suits. Got plenty of life support in the craft, though. Just a little bit of liquid fuel and oxidizer, but oxygen we're good on. Good on oxygen. Good on water. Good on food. You're not even eating, are you? Okay, is that going down? Because we're losing electricity. But he doesn't appear to be eating or anything. Come on, mech Jib, get out of the way. Yeah, why is he not eating? He's not using any of it. Did I do something wrong? I have to look that up. At least we know he would be able to make it around, but he does not appear to be consuming food. We will have to, we'll have to figure that out, because he's been in orbit for a little while now. Yeah, I guess 30 hours he should have eaten something or breathed. I don't know. I really don't know. We'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. I really want life support to be a big part of this. Oh well, we are going to land now. Landing is the one thing MechShip is incredibly bad at, so of course I have to use it for it. Because otherwise, what would be the point? Landing! I want to set touchdown speed to 7. Because the landing gear can take it, and it hates deploying parachutes and landing gear. We're going to land at the pad. Well, add that to the weird list of freezes. I don't know. We'll see. I need to figure out how to stabilize this a little bit, because we have encountered a few, well, 3 freezes so far whilst recording. We're back where we were, and we're going to land at the Kerbal Space Center and figure out why the guy's not eating. Alright, land at target. Excellent. I've set the threshold to 7, because that should keep it underneath the parachutes, because MechChip does not understand parachutes at all. And I hear some of you asking, why are you landing at the command center? You could go to another biome and get science from all over the world. You fool! But exact I am not, because if you remember in the first launch we did, which is the only launch we've done besides this one, the only suborbital launch that we did, we landed in the ocean. And landing in the ocean means that we got ocean biome data, so we can still get some stuff from above the launch pad. I'm not going to bother bringing the guy down to the launch pad. What are you doing? What? Why are you firing that? Stop that. See, MechJeb is just weird and crazy. Weird and crazy. It's just gonna continuously fire as we go down, isn't it? Don't do that. Don't do that. That's what air braking is for. Silly thing. Overshot. Silly, silly, silly. Ah well. Re-entering the atmosphere, always fun. We're going to let the computer do all of the work. While we're waiting for this thing to come down, I may as well talk about using MechJeb a little bit, because I know it's kind of a controversial subject among the community. I use it because I don't actually enjoy the rocket fiddly bits as much. I like building, I like planning, I like trying to get the missions to work out well. I don't like all the little fiddly, oh, I hit the wrong button and now my rocket's shooting off in the wrong direction at 2,000 miles an hour, and I can never, ever, ever recover it. That's just not enjoyable to me. So we're going to be using MechJeb, and I apologize if you hate it, but I hope that I've put in enough extra challenge with like rote tech and life support and the colonization and the fuel things and all the other stuff. I've put out enough other things to keep it interesting, even if MechJeb is going to be doing a lot of the flying. I mean, from a viewer standpoint, it's going to look more or less the same anyway. Now that is my little rant about MechJeb. I hope that gave me enough time to fast forward through a lot of this thing. Let's return to the live commentary as we finish the touchdown. Looks like we missed the pad. Oh well, I realized partway down that we were going to do something risky, because you can destroy things now. Yeah, don't want to accidentally destroy the pad. Anyway, we are going to EVA here. We're going to take data, store data. Should be able to do another EVA then. Yep, another EVA report. Then get inside and do another crew report. Yep, just a little bit of science. And then recover. Yes. Alright, we'll figure out what we can unlock, and then we'll figure out why the heck our mod is not working before the next episode. We got 37 science, not exactly what I was hoping for, but enough to unlock the next round of fuel boosters and things. Research that. This needs 18. We need 0.5 more science for this. I'm going to try to do the thing where I unlock each tier in a row, instead of, you know, going down this way, getting the new science thingy, and going down and getting the new science thing. We'll probably unlock this one first every time we get to the new tier. But we'll do this anyway. Alright, since we only need like 0.5 more science, we're going to launch an exploratory mission to get some data from things. Launch! Launch the exploratory mission. Because apparently, being the great space explorers we are, we never actually think to look at the base. EVA, Jeb, this is all you get to do. You are relegated to base exploration duty. EVA report, grab some science. Surface sample, grab some science. Ooh, that is actually like 10 science. Off we go, run back to the ship. Inside. Board. And recover. Recover! I'm not going to explore the entire base, because having little bits of science around the base is actually quite useful for situations like that. But seriously, 27 science from those two? Woo! Alright, got that. We still need 45 for the next one. So I think we'll go for a, I don't know, some kind of orbital thingy or something. We start to get some weird parts in the next tier. As you can see, we can get a training academy for field training, which doesn't matter at all, which is too bad. Too bad. And we get our ground pylon from good old Kerbal Detachment System, which I forgot to mention because it's just so ubiquitous at this point. We also start to get our procedural fairings and things, but probably the next thing we will unlock is solar panels, science junior, and a ComSat. So that we can communicate with our satellites, even though we have yet to unlock unmanned spacecraft. Communicating with the satellites will be helpful. Very helpful. Especially for the colonization. I don't know what we're going to do next time. We may go for a moon flyby. That sounds like fun. But I also need to figure out why our people are not eating. So I'll hopefully be able to deal with that. Hopefully. Otherwise, we will have problems. Off we go. Anyway, that will do it for this episode. I hope you are enjoying the idea. I'm going to record a couple more of these to make sure the series is viable before I put them up. So if you have advice and things, I might not see it for a little while. Anyway, I haven't decided when I'm going to put this up, actually. That's a lie. So, I'm sorry that I lied to you. It's something that I do. It's just something I do. Anyway, why not? Let's grab the, autosave ship. I thought I saved the, one part and one stage. What is that? I thought that I saved the science vessel from before. Oh well. I didn't. Jeb can get out and grab. Why not? Grab some more science from around the base while I sign off. Alright, if you've enjoyed. Oops. Oh, yeah, fine. Go over there. If you've enjoyed this episode, please do leave a like. If you really did, yeah, it feels so difficult to move these things like that. Because they're not meant to move like that. If you've really enjoyed the episode, then why don't you subscribe to see everything it is I do? I'm Gepwin. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon.